everyone, welcome to our spoiler review of Spider-Man Homecoming.
That was very energetic.
Yes, it was. I think
job.
we should commend ourselves.
Yeah.
Pat on the back. If you haven't seen our spoiler-free review, link is in the description box below. Okay, just warning. I mean, it's in the title. There will be spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, we recommend you check out our spoiler-free review.
Go to the description box and check out our spoiler-free. Because we talked about a lot of cool things without giving anything away, which was hard.
A lot of cool things that'll get you excited. I loved the little Easter egg things that they threw in here. I loved them. From the Miles Morales Easter egg, like, name drop. It wasn't even a name drop, though. They didn't even say his name.
It was a hint to a name.
Exactly. To the little Vulture-Scorpion standoff in the prison in the after-credits scene. And probably my favorite one is the fact that, and I called it, by the way.
Yes.
Zendaya was playing MJ.
Flashback to him calling it.
It's a character named Michelle. I think she's a new character, but I mean, Michelle starts with an M, so
Michelle Jane Watson.
Exactly. If you want to give her
it's a fake
middle name Jane, then maybe she's
Is it
just a new MJ.
I don't know.
I have no idea. I'm really excited about that because I think she's going to be a great MJ.
Yeah, like we said in our other review, I really wish that she had more screen time.
Yeah.
But it seems like Liz is not. I wasn't satisfied with Liz and Peter having their love story.
I knew that it wasn't going to work out. In the comics, but she ends up with Harry Osborn.
Oh, yeah.
But Harry doesn't come onto the scene until later in Peter's high school life. So I'm hoping that Harry Osborn shows up in the MCU.
Stop looking at your knee.
Sorry, I ripped my jeans.
Attention. But it made a lot of sense because I think that, I mean, he's a teenager. And in every single timeline, Peter and MJ get married. So most likely it's not gonna be his like first love.
My one hope is that they don't introduce Gwen Stacy. I don't have anything against Gwen Stacy. I love her as a character. It's just, if they bring her in, you know she's gonna die. There's like no way around it, you know? I do think that Zendaya's MJ is a much different MJ from
way
different incarnations. First of all, she intellectually is on par with Peter, which I thought was really cool, because like MJ was never like the science nerd, but this new version of MJ that we've got in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is ridiculously smart. She's constantly reading. She's really good at like doodling people, which I thought was fun. And she just like doesn't care about what anyone thinks of her. In the previous incarnations, MJ's the popular girl. You know, everyone loves her. Everyone wants to be friends with her.
Liz wasn't just there to be a love interest for Peter.
No.
It was so that they could have this plot twist. The most insane plot twist I have seen in a Marvel movie. I did not see it coming.
I can't believe that I didn't see it coming. All signs pointed there.
Even our mom, who was sitting right next to us, did not see that coming.
I was just ridiculously impressed with the writers that they were able to do that.
Although you could tell from that montage that something had to go wrong. I'm not sure what it was, but I just got this feeling towards the end of that whole thing. Because it didn't feel like it was just a filler montage to get us to the next point. It felt like it built up, because he was suddenly so happy. And
yeah, after
movie,
Peter loses the suit, I actually thought it was interesting that his reversal, it's kind of like he's happy to go back to his old life.
It was so great, though, because they set up, over the course of the movie, what he was missing to be Spider-Man. All these opportunities, like to ask out Liz and, to build the Lego Death Star with his friend, Ned.
Yeah.
Just all these things that he was sacrificing for the greater good of the universe, really, to be Spider-Man. And then once that's taken away from him, he's sad, and then he can go back to doing that.
Tom Holland is Peter Parker, through and through. There was not a single moment where I thought, this isn't working. He sold it to me, and it was like, it was really moving in the weirdest places. And this movie, while it may not be my favorite MCU film, I'm still not sure where it sits in my ranking, it definitely has my favorite moment in any MCU film yet. And that's the moment when Adrian has crumpled the building on top of Peter, and he's just laying there crushed, and he calls for help, and he has to struggle up on his own. That whole section right there was so emotional, and Oh, it was perfect. It was amazing. I loved it so much.
It was well acted. It was well written. It was well shot.
It's a
That
moment
shot of
that
him looking at the mask in the water.
I would go back to the movie theaters right now if I could, just to see that scene, because it was so good. Let's talk about the action sequences.
Let's talk about the action. Let's talk about the action.
And the suit and the action. And something that I thought was great was how clumsy he is, you know, because he just got the suit. He's just figuring out how to swing around using his web, so he's not gonna immediately be a great acrobat like Tobey Maguire was. Like, so the whole scene where he's like suiting up in the alley and he knocks over a trash can and he's just like trying to pull it.
He doesn't go in a phone booth and change.
It's so much more realistic and so much funnier. I wouldn't exactly call it a spoofy moment, but it had elements of, like, you know, poking fun at other superhero stereotypes that I thought was great. Before we sign off, I want to talk about the ending for a moment, because literally when Tony Stark offered Peter Parker his spot in the Avengers, people in our movie theater started applauding. Like, there was actual applause.
Clapping.
It was so fun. It was so exciting. Because everyone wanted Spider-Man to be an Avenger, you know? And then he turns Tony down. And it's like, we know that he's going to get there eventually, but sure, he does have to stay in high school for a while.
And he has to say that for it to be realistic. He has to not get it. Because that's what everyone expected. We all expected, even from the trailers, just knowing that Tony takes the suit away from him, we know that he's going to prove himself, and Tony's gonna be like, here, you're an adventure, and then he is in cheesy music, the end.
But that's not what happened.
They had to do it that way. It was so much better, yeah. The last thing I'm gonna add to this is that I was very surprised that we didn't see instant death mode. I need to know what that is. I'm sure that Infinity Wars sometime sooner. I guess that's the next time we're gonna see Spidey. So he's gonna walk up to Thanos and say, I just needed him to say the line, Karen, activate instant death mode and go fight the bad guys.
I kind of hope we never see it.
I think
because it'll just be like such a weird mystery.
Yes.
I loved how Karen kept trying to foist it up.
Instant too. Like what?
Thanks for watching, you guys. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Comment below. Share this video with your friends and family. Subscribe. Don't forget to tell your friends. We're awesome.
I finished first.
I finished first.
I finished first.
I finished first.
Settle this outside.